Hi everyone, this is Lachette with Scarlet Moon Creations, and I fucked up. Well, not that bad, but this should be what I was planning to film was my February Elemental readings video and March preview. However, looking at my cards, which I had in front of me, and my tarot or my readings journal, which I had in front of me, I realized I made a mistake in the last video that I posted. I made the mistake of pulling out the wrong set of cards for the wrong month, and I think I kind of knew this in the back of my head because I went into preparing for this video like I gotta do better than last time because I felt like I kind of half-assed last time, and it turns out because those were the wrong cards for the month, so it felt like I was struggling to pull meaning out of nowhere, because they were the incorrect cards I was going over. I was sitting here like, didn't I do these cards already? And I did, but they were for the wrong time period. So, I haven't decided what I'm going to do about that. Probably pull the last video, take it down. Whether I'm going to film it and then film the new one sometime this month, I don't know. I have so many videos scheduled. I don't know. If you guys are not aware, I film on my cell phone and my internet here at home is not strong enough for uploading, so I have to, I also don't have a separate video editing software. I don't use Apple products, so I also edit on my phone, and then I go to the public library a couple of blocks away and upload to YouTube there. But so yeah, I have a lot of videos scheduled this month, and I don't know if fitting in 2 more will happen, but I would like to, so we'll see. Instead, this video is going to be an update, a quarterly update, which I think is appropriate for my depth year. Now, if you have not seen, I didn't make an individual depth year video. I talked about my depth year focuses during my annual review and setup video. And so I'll link it above so you can find it, and then there are timestamps. It's the last like 10 or 15 minutes of that video, so you can just click and watch those. But I thought it would be cool to give you guys a depth year update. So here we go. My depth year, I'll be honest, overall I haven't made a lot of moves as far as accomplishing my depth year goals. To start though, I have been doing really good about avoiding things because I'm very good at that. But seriously though, about not doing the things I did not want to do. I don't know if that made sense. Anyway, let me just go over goal by goal. So I had creating new relationships and strengthening old ones as a depth year goal. And what I really need to do is sit down and like plan out what the steps are to accomplish that. But recently I went to a new moon gathering by Ezzy Spencer, and we did a meditation and it was very well done. I might go to the full moon one that's coming up next week, or next week. Yeah, next week. And I I mean, just going to that event was new for me, new in that it's been so long since I've gone out by myself to an event that I've been interested in, but I don't know a single soul at. So that was one way of me getting out there and trying new things, creating new relationships. But also while I was there, as he had us do a kind of heart and gut centered intention setting, quite literally. And what came to my mind was the fact that I should be focusing on feeling more love, like physically, and I'm not talking about like sex or anything like that. I don't think I need to share that with you guys, but physical touch. I've gotten out of the habit of hugging and kissing and just touching those around me, and this is not just real relationships with others, but like with family and friends to that point. So I want to do that to connect more, physically connect more with people. And that's what came up during that new moon intention. So that is a focus. And as he says, like every morning you should think about the feeling that you want to get when you work on these intentions or when you follow through on these intentions. So it's like a emotional reminder, an emotional affirmation, as it were, which I like. So there's that. Also, beyond that, I have somehow kept up with the plan of like calling and or chatting with friends at least once a month or twice if I can do it. I met up with a couple of friends in January and chatted with another in February. I had a whole long phone call with another at the end of February, or actually no, this month already. And so that's cool. I want to get out and talk to people more, though. So still working on that and still working on keeping in touch with family and talking with family. My mother, we had a very emotional, for me anyway. It was I had tears. We had a very emotional conversation in which she says that she feels she doesn't know what's going on with me, what's going on in my head. So we're working on having mother-daughter time together on a regular basis, which is nice because I love my mother. She's a great mother. Mother, if you're watching this, I love you. So that is that, and I'm working up to trying the whole dating thing because that's definitely a strong portion of this creating new relationships thing. Next on here, I have stick to daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly routines. The stuff that I already do that I know works for me. I've gotten better with doing the bullet journal on a regular basis. Not every single day, but definitely more days out of the week than less. I have been using the Your Best Year Ever routine, and I have done more of my miracle morning than I have in a while. Again, not every single day, but I made one whole week, 7 days in a row, so I'm very proud of myself. I need to get back to that. I have what else? What's been helping me with the miracle morning is the month of the month stuff that I have. So my Plant Ally project, my fairy song, and color of the month. What I do is I do a morning meditation with the card or the song. And with the Plant Ally project, one of the goals is to do a meditation with that Plant Ally. So I do that, and that's, for me, that's the beginning of my miracle morning routine. That's my silence, even the song part. And that leads me into another depth year goal, which was meeting regularly with my spiritual guides. And that is definitely happening because they're always like the beginning of my morning meditation. So I'm kind of really happy with that. And I've been doing the letters to myself, the self-love letters, and they've been going well. I've done 4 in a row now since December, and I like them. I didn't write them all ahead of time like I originally planned, but I'm okay with that. As long as the letter is there, and I've written it in it far in advance as possible so that I don't remember it when I actually read it. There's been a bit of a struggle because at some point I think I forgot it was supposed to be like a love letter to myself and not just like, these are all the things like astrologically that are happening this month, and like a paragraph or two of events that are upcoming. This is not a reminder letter, this is a love letter. So, but I got back on track after making that bit of a mistake once. And another depth year goal was to stay and only use the classes and courses and stuff, books and things that I already have. And I have not used new ones. Let's put that out there. Except I might be this month. I have my to be read list on Goodreads. I'm using the beat the backlist system, so I'm not buying new books. But every once in a while, something comes up that somewhat contradicts another depth year goal. So this is the only big thing. It's my, I said that I would be sticking to the systems that I already use and not trying new ones, which is really difficult. I've realized I've had to pull myself away from emails and free courses offered and all of that stuff to try not to learn new things instead of using the ones I already have. But what it clashes with is some of the books on my to be read list. So, for example, I mentioned Ezzie Spencer, and I knew I was going to her ritual, so I was like, I want to get this book. It's from the library. This is her Lunar Abundance Ezzie Spencer book, and it wasn't just because I was going to her ritual, but because this book was on my TBR. But what I did not realize was that this is kind of a workbook. She gives you stuff to do. How to release full moon ceremony. There are questions. What's holding you back from your new moon intention? What are you afraid of? What are you really afraid of? What are you angry at? What has slighted you? And you're supposed to answer these questions, do certain ceremonies, things like that. And it's work, which means reading this will take longer than originally thought. I ran into that in January almost immediately with the bullet journal method book. I thought it was more of an explanation, but then I got into the second section and it's like, okay, so do this, that, and the other. And I'm like, oh no, but I'm not supposed to be trying new systems. um, just reading books that have been on my to be read list. So if anyone has any solutions to that problem, let me know. I think I have come to the conclusion as far as the bullet journal method book that I will take the book out from the library as many times as necessary and I'll go through it, because the bullet journal method is a system that I have been using that works for me. This is just, sorry about that, more in depth into that system. The lunar abundance, I do have a lunar practice. I'm just looking to see what else is out there. I don't know. So we'll see. But again, like I said, I'm literally begging you guys, if you guys have a solution, because my brain is like, what to do, what to do, what to do, what to do. So the other thing, other than the systems, was the classes and stuff like that. Now, I have been doing the Plant Ally project, which is a major component this year of my, I'm working on my Grimoire Book of Shadows. And I haven't written in it, but I've been doing the research as far as the Plant Ally project is concerned. I've done the two plants already, sage and lemon balm, and it's been winter, so there's been a couple of those prompts that I couldn't do, like find your plant and smell it or taste it. Lemon balm, I don't have any, other than the dried component, which I found out is a lot weaker than fresh, so it's kind of hard to get lemon balm now, but I will start growing it myself this month. And I have been doing kind of like the art journal pages, rituals that I was doing a couple of years ago and I really enjoy, for new moons, and writing full moon meditations, which I share on my Instagram. So that is me consolidating my spiritual practice and keeping up with it, my personal practice. However, as far as courses and things go, like I mentioned, the Herbal Academy has a Materia Medica course that I signed up for, and I didn't do it, and I still haven't done it. I haven't looked at any of the Skillshare courses that I had signed up for or paid for or whatever already, but I haven't done any new ones. Like Life by Whitney started something, an email course thing where every week you get a new thing to do or work on, and I'm sorely tempted, but I have avoided new things, but I haven't done the old things. I honestly, for that particular depth year goal, I will feel accomplished if I do the Materia Medica course, because that's the most important one to me personally. So, last but not least, financial goals, paying off debt, just fixing my finances. I have sort of come up with a plan for that and taken some steps. We are in the thick of tax season now, and of course I'm having problems getting an accountant, which I need for business taxes. I can do my own personal taxes. I don't know how to do my own business taxes. So I'm working on that right now. Things I have done is I've signed up for the Beltane Festival by Breed's Closet as a vendor this year. So I've paid for that, and I am going down that road. Like, I'm going to get that money back in sales, and this is going to work out wonderfully. I've gotten quite a few large orders from Etsy, so that's been working well. And other my other job, excuse me guys, they've needed me a few extra times, so I'm doing pretty well currently. I still need to work on back stuff, but I am putting myself out there more online very soon with other listings and promoting my event planning business more. So that is my spring update for my depth year. Honestly, it is a really nice day out. It's like 60 something degrees. So of course now, when usually I have no audio issues, everyone's outside and doing stupidness. So thank you for watching. I will probably have a summer update or a spring update. I don't know what counts. We are a couple of days away from the spring equinox, which means the end of the first quarter of the year for me. Though this is quite soon after the annual review video when I talked about my depth year. Mentally, I'm just going from Yule, winter solstice to spring equinox to summer solstice to autumn equinox. So around the summer solstice, I'll give you guys another depth year update. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, which is a surprise. Bye!